continuous. So what is non-uniform continuity? So if the graph is like this, or if it depends on the mathematics of the entire science and technology depends on the mathematics. Doctors ఏం చెప్పినా అంతే అవునా కదా. సో డాక్టర్ గారి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళడానికి ఫస్ట్ ఏం చేస్తారు, నాడి పట్టుకుంటారు. ఎవరమ్మా నాడాలి పేషెంట్ సెలైన్ ఎక్కువ అయిపోయాడు ఒడిషి శ్రేష్యాస్ కంపెనీ ఓషియాస్ come along with her. Go both are enjoyed. That's good. After that, 1 minute. Then take a time of 1 minute. Within that minute is what you call. If the nerve is beating 70 to 80, then he can declare 80 or not more than 90. Then it is uniform. It is uniform. Okay. If it beats more than 110 or 120, that is non-uniform. Non-uniformity means there is some problem. There is some problem. So, in ECG, if you are having the curve like this, electrocardiograph, so then they will say that there is some problem. They identify there is some problem in heart. Then they will go for 2D echo. 2D echo. 2D echo means two-dimensional ecosystem, how the blood flow is going on. So entirely you can see on the monitor. In order to make this one, this non-uniform to uniform, what they will charge? Around 5 to 10 lakhs of rupees. Okay? Onagada. If you don't know graph, how much they will charge? 5 to 10 lakhs. Very simple. So run these are correct. Not based on that, based on the machine inside the body. Clear? So, if it comes like this, they will identify there is problem. So, based on non-uniform graph, that's enough. Okay? So, the uniformity. Whenever the difference between the variables x1 and x3 is very less, the corresponding for x1 comma x2 belongs to the interval. Answer uniform, non-uniform continuity. Okay. Now related to this, we will have some concepts, properties. Write on the first one. First one. If f of x is continuous, if f of x is continuous over closed area, then f of x is uniformly continuous. F of x is uniformly continuous over closed area. Okay. Next one. Continuous అంటే మీరు బాగానే ఉన్నారు అంటే ఏంటి అర్థం? గ్రాఫ్ ఏ విధంగా ఉన్నట్టు యూనిఫామ్లీ కంటిన్యూస్ అంటే organs here, particularly the heart rate and the functioning of the body is uniform. Okay. So second one. If f of x is continuous on closed area, right up implies f of x is bounded on closed area. Bounded on closed area. Bounded on closed area. Bounded on closed area. Bounded means what? We are in a three-dimensional field. We are bounded from that side and this side. So both the sides, if you are having finite structure or finite value, we will say that we are bounded along x-axis. Okay, and we are bounded along y-axis. There and here we have finite structure, last trial. And we have finite structures in the upper and lower. Okay, three-dimensional field. X-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. But we have only one variable x. Okay, so if it is bounded size, it must have finite values. That is k1 less than or equal to f of x less than or equal to k2. It is lying in between two finite values. Lying in between two finite values. Or sometimes you may write modulus of f of x less than or equal to k. అటు ఇటు ఉంటే ఉండొచ్చు, వేరు వేరుగా ఉండొచ్చు. But you need to get some finite values. Then you can say that it is bounded. Bounded. Say yes or no. Say yes or no. Everything must be bounded provided when it is continuous. When it is continuous. Next, the third one is if f of x is continuous, implies f of x has finite number of maxima and minima values. Finite number of maxima and minima values. Finite number of maxima and minima values. As we seen here, how many maximas are there? Just see. This one is maxima 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Finite or not? You may count. How many minimas? Whatever are the lows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on. Finite number of maximums as well as finite number of minimums. Okay, so that we have written. Next, fourth one. If f of x is continuous over close to a b. F of x is continuous over close to a b. Over close to a b. And f of modulus of f of a. Modulus of f of a. See here, f of a means modulus of f of a. What is the meaning of it? At a, the function value is f of a. You may write f of a, modulus of f of a not equal to modulus of f of b. Modulus of f of b. And both are not equal. Okay. Then there exists at least a small family E in open AB such that f of t equal to 0. F of t equal to f of t equal to 0. So in place of that modulus of f of a is not equal to modulus of f of b, you may write One is positive and another is negative. F of B, that is both have. You cannot, it is not required actually. And f of A comma f of B have opposite signs. F of A comma f of B have opposite signs. Instead of writing modulus of f of A not equal to modulus of f of B, you can easily write this one. This is important. F of A, f of B have opposite signs. That is not required actually. Modulus of f of A not equal to modulus of this. Just write it off. F of A, f of B have opposite signs. Opposite signs. Now here I am going to draw this curve. We are having close to AB, A and B. Okay, I am drawing the curve like this. This is f of A. But I have taken f of A positive. If you want, you can take f of B also as positive. It doesn't have any criteria. F of B is negative, f of A is positive. Both are of opposite signs. Then there exists at least a point T. Here, this is the point T where f of t equal to 0. F of t equal to 0. Okay, this we call it as intermediate value theorem or sandwich theorem. Please write. This is known as intermediate value theorem, sandwich theorem. Sandwich theorem. Why we call it as sandwich, Amma? Do you know the sandwich or not? Yes. Oh. Ask an important question related to that. How to eat the sandwich and how it was structured, not the shape, how it was manufactured. There will be an upper layer or upper slide. Another one is but in elevator class elevator very case. Very class if they are taken the permission first. Okay, na? Without asking and without taking permission, going out of the class means what? That is not correct. Even after 2 years or 3 years, you will become some administrator. If somebody enters into your office, leaves your office without your permission, how you can train? That's embarrassing. Everybody here embarrassed while you are going out. That's not correct. Sit. You should have asked. And second thing, your Microsoft classes can be learned because I think yesterday as per this our statement, you are having some 6 months time which you have already what you call attached with Microsoft or something else. Microsoft అనేది అబ్బో మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ కంపెనీ అంటే మన చేతిలో ఉన్నట్టు ఆ లోగో మనం తయారు చేసినట్టు అక్కడ వచ్చే ప్రాఫిట్ షేర్స్ లో ఉన్న ప్రాఫిట్ అంతా మన జేబులోకి వస్తున్నట్టు విల్ ఫీల్ లైక్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ అవునా సో గేట్ క్లాసెస్ అటెండ్ అవుతున్నారు అంటే సో యూ షుడ్ గివ్ ద ఫస్ట్ ర్యాంక్ టు దట్ బికాజ్ నాలెడ్జ్ యు ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ స్టైఫండ్ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ లో వస్తే నీకు ఒక 20,000 నెలకు జీతం వస్తుంది గేట్ ర్యాంక్ మినిమం ర్యాంక్ వస్తే while you are doing or you are pursuing your masters you are getting 12,400 అందులో half as stipend వస్తుంది After 2 years you will get master's degree. Even కాలేజీలో 40 నుంచి 50,000 రూపాయలు. If you are a graduate or postgraduate from IIT, they will give you 40 to 50,000 minimum as your salary. మీకు 2 years తర్వాత మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ లో 50,000 ఇస్తారు. It was very rare. Probability is very less. 1 out of 1 lakh or 1 out of 10,000 like you people. ఇలాంటి వాళ్ళకి ఒక్కరికి 10,000 మందిలో ఇస్తారు. So if you work hard, definitely you may qualify to get and you may get the stipend. And you may pursue your masters. Even with that, you can go for PhD. While doing your PhD, in any NIT or IIT, you will get 25,000 stipend plus additional bonus if you are doing any project in that particular NIT or IIT. So one of my students, she is working in IIT Darbhanga. She did very, అంటే మీకన్నా ఇంకా యావరేజ్ ఉండే. తను ఫస్ట్ అటెంప్ట్ మనకు రాదు అని చెప్పేసి ముందే మేము చూడగానే చెప్తాం ఎవరికి ఏం వస్తుంది ఎవరికి రాదు వాళ్ళ కాలేజ్ పరిస్థితులు ఏంటి వాటి చూడగానే చెప్పేసి నువ్వు ఎంతకాలం ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నావు. ఓకే, సో అంటే 1 month కోర్స్ తీసుకొని సమ్మర్ లో she wants to crack the gate. I said it is highly difficult. She got very less marks. Second time, in the 4th year again she wrote the exam. And before writing the exam that she has taken a continuous preparation in our institute where I have worked as senior consultant faculty member. Okay, so then she prepared for more than 6 months. Then she got around 40 marks. But NIT Hamipur seat. NIT Hamipur అంటే ఎక్కడుంటది? మీరు ఇక్కడ కాకినాడ ట్రైన్ ఎక్కి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలా? మీరు మధ్యప్రదేశ్ పోవాలి, మధ్యప్రదేశ్ దాటి యూపీ పోవాలా, యూపీ దాటి ఢిల్లీ ఒకసారి తగ్గుతుంది, లేకపోతే యూపీ నుంచి ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళాలి? యూపీని విడగొట్టేస్తారు ఉత్తరాఖండ్ లో ఉంటుంది. ఆ పైన డిమాండ్ ఉన్నది హమీర్పూర్. Again she prepared for the internal exam and she qualified with the same gate rank. తను ఇంతకు ముందు ఏదైతే ర్యాంక్ వచ్చిందో దాన్నే యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇంటర్నల్ ఎగ్జామ్ క్వాలిఫై. ఐఐటి రూర్కీలో పిహెచ్డి చేసింది. ఆఫ్టర్ ఫినిషింగ్ ఐఐటి రూర్కీ పిహెచ్డి within 3 years and she went to Portugal. She did postdoctoral course. PhD తర్వాత postdoctoral and maybe called as double PhD కొంతమంది. PhD తర్వాత again she worked postdoctoral course. We call it as postdoctoral PDL. After finishing postdoctoral for a period of 2 years in Portugal, she got plenty of opportunities all over the world. But she opted to work in IITs. As she applied for many IITs, she got the selection in IIT Darbhanga as assistant professor. Now, not only getting the salary, starting లో ఉన్నప్పుడు 1.5 lakhs వస్తారు. ఆ శాలరీనే కాదు. Now she is handling a project worth of 2 crores of rupees per annum. ఐఐటీలో ఉంటే ఎన్ఐటీలో ఉంటే కొన్ని కోట్ల రూపాయల ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ అక్కడ మీరు వర్క్ చేస్తామంటే వాటికి మిమ్మల్ని ఇన్ఛార్జ్ పెడతారు. ఓకే, సో యూ విల్ బి డూయింగ్ R&D వర్క్స్. ఎక్కువ R&D వర్క్స్ జరుగుతాయి. వాటి మీద స్టూడెంట్స్ వర్క్ చేస్తారు. దట్స్ వై ఐఐటీస్ అండ్ ఐఐటీస్ ఆర్ వెరీ ఫేమస్. అర్థమైందా? టీచర్స్ చెప్పడం కన్నా ప్రాక్టికల్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఎక్కువ చేపిస్తాము. సో మేము గేట్ క్లాస్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు నేను ఎక్కువ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చెప్తాను అందుకని. ఓకే, సో ఇఫ్ యూ లెర్న్ దోస్ దెన్ యువర్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ విల్ బి మోర్ and then you will be converged towards that particular point so that you can do something in the gate. Okay, you can reach that point. అంటే ఆ గేట్ తనకి ఎంటెక్ కాదు పిహెచ్డి చేయడానికి కూడా ఉపయోగం. But she is pursuing her అంటే She got 12,400 as stipend every month for a period of 2 years. 25 plus 5, 30,000 she got as stipend while doing PhD for a period of 3 years. By the Ministry of Human Resource Development, HRD is the MHRD under. Okay, Government of India will give it. So you must be very serious about this. Just make a frame of it. A frame raspondi. You can each other. Over definition under we half an hour water. You have to concentrate on it. You need to work it out. Okay, so Anta Kasmani, you know, we are discussing. Maybe I practice it. Wherever problems this for the collect. Okay, out of 100 marks, one name Japanese guarantee practice just for day. Okay, only subject getting 70 marks very easy. Rarely you will get 10 marks out of the way. Okay, but tough to net 1% routes. Another challenge you cannot answer. Out of 8, if you are getting 60 or 70, then you are there in the public sector undertaking company. Okay, so think of it, and it is very much required. Right. So why I see sandwich here to that? This was initiated or proposed by the European scientists. The Europeans used to eat much more sandwiches. Our sandwich will be, there is an upper layer and another lower layer. In between them there is a content called veg or non-veg, whichever it is your favorite. And I asked one important question. How to eat a sandwich? The procedure. You want to touch it with both the fingers will eat. Chapat Taraga. Now she tried. Initiation is important. How to eat an Please observe my question. How to eat the sandwich? The first procedure is, okay, you can take the sandwich. Even without taking that, even if it is in the bowl or on the plate. Directly you can keep your mouth on there without touching the calcium. Yes. The first important thing is open your mouth and insert the sandwich and apply the force with the upper side. Is it the procedure or not? Very important procedure. Every day we are doing it, but you are unable to explain it. ఎట్లా తింటావు అని చెప్పకపోతే ఏమా కలిసి నువ్వు ట్రై చేసావు లాస్ట్ హియర్ దిస్ ఈజ్ అప్పర్ జా దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ లోవర్ వన్ if you are applying the force on the entire content upper slice bread slice will apply this okay and obviously the lower jaw also will apply on it. Now there is no extra force required to eat the content in between them. In between the upper and the lower slice, whatever the content is there, in order to eat that, zero force is required. No force required to eat the content in between them. That's why f of t equal to 0. Zero force is required. Avuna kada? Obviously, automatic amount force will be applied on that content whichever is in between both the bread slices. Okay, zero force is required. That's why f of t equal to 0, and they call it as sandwich theorem. Okay, if you don't have the habit of eating sandwiches, normal Indians have the habit of eating samosas. You may name it as samosa theorem, but it is for your convenience. But it is not deliberately accepted throughout the world, because throughout the world the samosa was not at all introduced. Introduced ayina India vallu samosa change cheyinda we cannot do. That's why if you want you can write it as samosa theorem. The same content you will be having some outer layer and inside in between that you will be having a content. some aloo or onion, whatever it is. Clear? So the force required to eat the upper as well as the lower part is quite enough to eat the content in between them. Okay? So that's why f of t equals to 0. Because it has intermediate value theorem or sandwich theorem. Is it clear? These four are the important things, and we are going to apply them in order to do the problems. Right next on the board. Differentiability. Differentiability. Write down the definition, differentiability. Morning before lunch session, after post lunch session, lunch there might be wickets down. If you want to do your approach to the particular thing, you know that for chayali and continuously chayali. Otherwise, you following the rules regular goes there, you attendance is there. Attendance ఉంటేనే అది ముందు ఎగ్జామ్స్ కి వెళ్ళేస్తుంది అవునా కదా సో అట్లా మీరు కంటిన్యూస్ సపోర్ట్ చేస్తేనే మీకు మార్కులు వస్తాయి కంటిన్యూస్ సపోర్ట్ లేకుండా ఆ ఇంటర్నెట్ సేపు అన్ని సేపు ఇట్లా ఇట్లా చేసుకుంటూ పోయారు చివరికి ఏమవుతుంది యూ డోంట్ గెట్ ది పీసెస్ అండ్ యూ విల్ బి డస్ట్ ఏమవుతుంది గాలి ఉంటే ఎగిరిపోతుంది తినడానికి ఏముండదు అర్థమైందా సో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ టు బి ఎ సాలిడ్ ఎఫర్ట్ you have to be continuous. That's the rule. So we must take the junior squad. This year and next year. Third year one will take these 2 years or another one more if you want. Must be dedicated for that day. Final year one will take this year and if it is required next year also. You must be dedicated. In the time dedicated work chestane manaki elevation untundi. Life elevation undali ante you have to be dedicated on particular task. Otherwise you won't get it. Written. Avuna kada? Last year attend I have classes. Last year gate exam. How many marks you got? 10 marks. No problem. So this time it may be increased. Okay. So kontamandi vote ostadi, kontamandi rendu ostadi. Even don't worry about it. Okay. So this time with a good plan, you make a worksheet and you can improve yourself. The 10 may be up to 40 or 50 or 60 hours. Aim for minimum 50. So choose the subjects along with the engineering mathematics, aptitude, general aptitude, you will get 15 marks. English 5 to 6, reasoning and aptitude or simple maths. All these three gives you 9 to 10 marks. Okay, focus on each and every aspect. And the rest of the things, C language, data structures, algorithms, the computer networks, or operating system, DBM. That's enough, not much more. One engineering mathematics is equal to 3 or 4 of each subject. More than that. If you are thorough minimum of 20, you may get 15 marks. If you are thorough about the English, that is the general aptitude, you may get that's you may have to qualify the remaining will university or NIT or IIT or B.S.Rao. Right? So you need to work it on it very seriously. Right next, differentiability. 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 A function f of x is said to be differentiable. F of x is said to be differentiable at a point x equals to a. At a point x equals to a. If if limit extends to a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a. ఏంటమ్మా అవసరం లేవా నిన్న వదిలేసి వెళ్ళిపోతే ఈరోజు ఎట్లా ఉంటాయి Did you went like that? Yes. That's why your notes is missing. Who will get the notes for you? Ma?
మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నానని చెప్పి తీసుకురాలేదు.
ఏంటి?
మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నానని చెప్పి తీసుకురాలేదు.
Meeting. On which aspect?
సార్
ఏంటమ్మా విషయం ఏంట?
హాస్టల్ సార్.
Hostel leader. You are hostel leader. That's why you are not writing the date. So leadership కూడా ఇది ఉంటుంది. So you have to care about yourself also. కరెక్టా కదా? ఏంటి how you are going to solve the notes? ఎవరిది? నీ notes ఆ?
Extra notes section.
అమ్మా
Extra notes section.
For every class you will put another new notes.
సార్ నోట్ చేసుకొని మరి చూస్తాను.
No, she is saying she brought extra notes. Extra notes, amma. నీ notes ఉన్నదా? నీ ర్యాంక్ త్యాగం చేయవా? అర్థమైంది. నువ్వు పెన్న తీసుకురాలేదు, నోట్స్ తీసుకురాలేదు, ఏమి లేకుండా పెట్టావు. ఇంకా మిలిటరీ పంపిస్తే ఇక దేశం ఏం కావాలి? మోడీ గారు పట్టుకొస్తారు నోట్స్. తుపాకు ఒకళ్ళు, మంచినీళ్ళు ఒకళ్ళు, ఆహారం ఒకళ్ళు, బుల్లెట్స్ ఒకళ్ళు. అమ్మా నీ యుద్ధం నీదే, నీ గేట్ నీదే, నీ ర్యాంక్ నీదే, నీ లైఫ్ నీదే. నో వన్ విల్ క్యారీ నథింగ్ ఫర్ యూ. అర్థమైనా? ఇక నుండి ఏం చేస్తావు? A limit extends to a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a. Wait a minute. చెప్పమ్మా ఏ ఇయర్? థర్డ్ ఇయరా? ఫోర్త్ ఇయరా? అందుకని ఇలా నాట్ కేరింగ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. చెప్పు ఏంటి నోట్స్ తెచ్చావా? రెగ్యులర్ ముందు కొంచెం అప్పుడప్పుడు టైంకి రా. నేను వచ్చినప్పుడల్లా రా. ఈ నోట్స్ కి తొందరగా పేజీలు రావట్లేదు. అది కాదేమో మనం మొదలు అవతల ఏం రాసా? చదువు చదువు పైతాన్ ఉందా గేట్ లో? గేట్ నోట్స్ కాదు, ఏదో చిన్న నోట్స్ తీసుకొచ్చి నా కన్నీళ్ళు తుడుస్తున్నా. ఏమ్మా you are in final year, have you applied for gate? Did you apply? Apply yes or gate exam? Right. Are you seriously preparing? Yes or no? Python lo gate raste em vastadi? Chavadala. You came late, followed the wrong notes. Again inserting maths in the ఏమంటారు మధ్య మధ్యలో ఖాళీ ఉన్న పేరుతో రాస్తుంది. ఏంటమ్మా అంత డేరేంటి? అది డేరా లేకపోతే టాలెంటెడా? ఏమంటారు ఇంత టాలెంటెడ్ ఉన్నాను చెప్పమ్మా. You are not listening. Say something. మీ గురించి ఆలోచిస్తున్నాం. So everybody try to maintain separate notes. Make a serious effort. Come on, wait. Make a serious effort towards the gate.
Yes.
Adi, ప్రతిసారి ఇంతే. So I'm coming here for the past 6 or 7 months. అప్పటి నుండి చెప్తానే ఉన్నారు. ఓకే అంటారు, చాలా సిన్సియర్గా చెప్తారు. అలాగే సేఫ్టీ. ఇప్పుడు పైథాన్ రాస్తే తర్వాత వెబ్ టెక్నాలజీలో రాస్తాం, లేకపోతే ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ లో రాస్తాం. లిమిట్ x tends to a f of x minus f of a exists. Exists means what? Finite. Last. Exists means finite. Okay. And obtain denoted one. Obtain derivative of phase. Derivative of triple phase at x equals to a. Derivative of f of x at x equals to a. Okay, Amma, if this family is finite, we call function f of x is differentiable at x equals to a. The procedure is known as differentiability. Differentiable. Okay, you can separate it, you can differentiate it, you may break it at that point x equals to. The process of breaking is differentiable. And thus obtained value. Obtained value is denoted by a dash of a. This is known as derivative. Derivative of f of x at x equals to a. All the differentiation formulas came from this only. Okay. So as you are getting limit, you can write the case left hand derivative equal to. Write out. Don't wait for me. Limit x tends to a minus f of x minus f of a by x minus a. Limit x tends to a minus f of x minus f of a by x. Okay, this is equals to limit x tends to 0 f of a minus h minus f of a by a minus h minus a. Okay, a gets cancelled. Exists. Exists. This is left hand derivative. You have to find the left hand derivative. Okay. And equals to right hand derivative limit x tends to a plus f of x minus f of a by x minus a, that equals to limit h tends to 0 f of a plus h minus f of a by a plus h minus a. A gets cancelled. Exists. Exists. Okay. Right? Now the thing is derivative equals to derivative. You this one and this one. and both are equal, we say that the function is differentiable. The obtained common value is denoted by f dash of a, known as derivative of the function f of x at x equals to a. Yes or no? Correct, Amma? Malu Python la kelu doubt. Because in the very right. Is it clear? Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Let me do a problem related to this. Related to the continuity as well as differentiability, which will last almost 3 times. 3 times. Different, but procedure is same. Okay. The function f of x equals to mod x. Mod x. First one. For -1 less than equal x less than equal to 1. Second one, this both are different questions asked in different gate exams. For all x belongs to R, is right on the options continuous and differentiable. I'm writing this simply, but it's right elaborate. Continuous and differentiable. Okay. Next. Not continuous and not differentiable. Not differentiable. Next. Continuous but not differentiable. Next. Not continuous but differentiable. Okay. So here we need to verify continuity and differentiability at those. For both the intervals, we need to do it. In both the intervals, we have infinite number of points, x values. In between -1 and 1. Listen. In between -1 and 1. We are having 40 points. 0, 0.1, 0.11, 0.11. All these. How many? Infinite. Okay. But while writing this is very important. Definition of modulus. Here, mod x equals to x for x greater than 0 equal to 0 for x equals to 0. This is equal to minus x for x less than 0. This definition is required. Even if you have this for modulus of ax plus b, this is equal to ax plus b for ax plus b greater than 0. Or otherwise, x is greater than minus b by a. Both are same. Next, this is equal to 0 for x equals to minus b by a. When x equals to minus b by a, minus b by c plus b will be 0. And this is equal to minus of ax plus b for x less than minus b by a. These two. When some function is given, how it is defined, you need to observe. After observing the nature of the function, That is there in the first topic, function of single variable. Okay, functions of single variable. That is first point of concept of the ordinary calculus. It was given in the syllabus. Particularly, you need to observe modulus functions or integer functions. Integer functions. Mostly these two, not more than anything. Have you written? Yes or no? Now, we are discussing. It is continuously existed for x greater than 0. Continuously existed for x less than 0. So we have to verify continuity of differentiability at which point? At 0. 0 included in both first one and second one. These two are two different problems. Okay? Right now. Now, as per the definition of modulus, as per the definition of modulus, as per the definition of modulus, we verify continuity and differentiability. Continuity, differentiability. And x equals to 0. At x equals to 0. Continuity and differentiability at x equals to 0. Okay. Verification of continuity at x equals to 0. Tell me now what you have to find. Limit x tends to 0 minus f of x. Among us, this is the first problem in this continuity. I am writing that completely. Please listen. X tends to 0 minus f of x. Limit x tends to 0. F of 0 minus h. Limit x tends to 0. Modulus of 0 minus h. What is the value? When h tends to 0, put h equals to 0 there. 0 minus 0, it is 0. It is equal to f of 0. Say yes or no. What is f of 0 for modulus? F of 0 is, this is f of x amount. F of x equals to modulus. So you have this of 0 equals to 0. So you have got that. Left hand limit equals to functionally at 0. What is right hand? Right hand limit equals to x tends to 0 means f of x. Limit x tends to 0. F of 0 plus h. Limit x tends to 0. Modulus of 0 plus h. What is modulus of 0 plus h? X of h again put 0, that will be 0. Equal again f of 0. So what is your here? Left hand equals to right hand equals to this right. Now tell me, is it continuous at 0? It is continuous at 0. Continuous when x greater than 0. Continuous when x less than 0. Already you have got some x and minus x. When x greater than 0, x less than 0. At 0 also it is continuous. Right now. Here, left hand limit equals to, right hand limit equals to Function value at 0. Function value at 0. Function value at 0. Function value at 0. Okay, therefore f of x is continuous at 0. F of x is continuous at 0 and obviously continuous for minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Please write. For minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. And as well as for all x belongs to R. X belongs to R. Okay? Yeah, last. You are discussing a lot. So, friend, have you got it? Last one. Check. I know. Last one. ఇట్లాంటి కాదు చేయను right here only for x is equal to continuous for x less than 0 also continuous we have verified x equals to 0 continuous okay do the differentiability again at x equals to 0 x greater than 0 అయితే differentiable లా రావాలి. What is derivative of x? 1. What is derivative of minus x? Minus 1. What is happening at 0? That you have verified. Right? Verification of differentiability. Differentiability at x equals to 0. Verification of differentiability at x equals to 0. Left hand derivative is equal to limit x tends to 0 minus f of x minus f of 0 by x minus 0. Limit x tends to 0 f of x is f of 0 minus h minus f of 0 by minus h. Okay? Yes or no? Now what is f of 0 minus h? Limit x tends to 0 modulus of 0 minus h. F of 0 is 0 by minus h. What is limit h tends to 0? What is modulus of 0 minus h? H minus h. H only. H by minus h. Tell me what is the value? It is minus 1. Right. Is minus 1. It is minus 1. What am I calculating? Limit x tends to 0 plus f of x minus f of 0 limit x minus 0 limit h tends to 0 f of 0 plus h minus f of 0 by plus h limit h tends to 0 Modulus of this h minus 0 by h limit h tends to 0. What is modulus of 0 plus h? H by h. Nothing but 1. This is minus 1, this is 1. What is your conclusion? Both are equal or not? So is it differentiable or not? Yes, sir. Differentiable or not? Chapali. Right now, since left hand derivative since left hand derivative not equal to right hand derivative. Not equal to right hand derivative. Function is not differentiable at 0. Function is not differentiable. Function is not differentiable. Not differentiable at 0. Okay. So therefore, 0 is in this interval and also in this real set of real numbers. If it is not differentiable at one point, it is not at all differentiable over the entire interval. Okay, right now. The function is not differentiable over minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 over minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1. Also, for all x belongs to R. Also, for all x belongs to R. Okay, next. So, what is the continuous but not differentiable? It was asked 3 times. It's different options. Right, next. If x is defined as x power p sine of 1 by x for x not equal to 0 and this is 0 for x equal to 0. X equal to 0 and is differentiated at origin. And is differentiated at origin. At origin. Then the value of p is. Then the value of p is. Then the value of p is. Option A 0. Option B any real number. Option C. Option C 1. Option D an integer greater than 1. Greater than 1. An integer greater than 1. Okay. Say yes or no. Clear? Right. Here we need to observe the value of P. We have differentiated where atom is. If it is differentiated, you will be getting left-handed as well as right-handed. Yes or no? You will be getting left-hand derivative as well as right-hand derivative. Is it clear or not? So then what you can say? Left-hand derivative must be finite or right-hand derivative must be finite. So just observe that, that's enough. That will give you the value of P, for which it will be differentiated. For which you will get left-hand derivative finite or right-hand derivative finite. Okay, right now, given that the function is differentiated at origin. Function is, yeah, right, the bar struggle. If you are having any problem at the back side, you come to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 chairs are waiting for you. Ayan be, kala mo na sama na lewa kagid. Any problem? Aside Mundai system, is there any special bonding between your front person, so the adjoint person? What is the secret behind you 2 people or you 3 people? Have any other mutual understanding? So that to talk for every minute or for every 10 seconds. ఏంటా విడతీయాలని పదం చెప్పా లేదా చెప్పేవి లేదా లేకపోతే బంధం లేదు బంధం ఉందా చెప్పు నువ్వు పూర్తి చేస్తున్నావు ఆయన ఆన్సర్ ఉందా లేదా ఏం చెప్పు ఏం కావాలా టాబ్లెట్ నువ్వు సప్లై చేస్తున్నావు సరే వినండి since the given function is differentiable at origin right hand derivative equals to limit x tends to 0 means f of x minus 0 x minus 0 that equals to limit x tends to 0 f of 0 plus h minus f of 0 by h minus f of 0 by h that equals to limit h tends to 0. What is f of 0 plus h? 0 plus h whole power p sin of 1 by 0 divided by minus 0 divided by h. This is equal to limit h tends to 0 h power p minus 1 sin of 1 by h sin of 1 by h sin of 1 by h exists or does not exist? చెప్పండమ్మా exists అంటే finite, does not exist అంటే not finite. Exist అవుతుందా అవుతుందా? Respond. Exists. Say, does it exist or not? Exists. That means must be finite. Must be finite. Must be finite. Listen. What it is, we don't know. Verify the options. When it is 0, verification of A. For P equal to 0, limit h tends to 0. P0 mark. P0 means h power minus 1. 1 by h into sine of 1 by h. Tell me now, as h tends to 0, sine of, 1 by h tends to infinity. Not defined. And again, sine of, listen carefully. If this value theta is finite, sin theta will lie in between minus 1 and 1. But theta is not finite. 1 by h is infinity. So this implies sin of infinity tends to infinity. Do remember, if theta is finite, sin theta will be lying in between minus 1 less than or equal to sin theta less than or equal to 1. When theta is finite, then only sin theta lies in between minus 1 and 1. If theta is infinity, 1 by h is infinity, sin infinity will be infinity. Infinity means not defined. In the higher studies, when doing the PhD, you are not supposed to write that symbol. You are supposed to write does not exist, or you are supposed to write infinity, or not defined. Write in terms of words not defined. But while doing the problems, we are just writing that as a notation. It is not defined. Our notation ni scientific ga ettana define cheyaledu. Mere words రాయాలి not defined అని లేకపోతే not exist అని రాయాలి. ఓకే, ఇంటర్మీడియట్ స్టాండర్డ్ లో, గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ స్టాండర్డ్ లో మనం ఏదో ఒక సింబల్ రాస్తాం. పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ లేకపోతే అట్లా రాస్తే వాటిని చించేస్తారు. డోంట్ రైట్. యూ హ్యావ్ టు మెన్షన్ ఇట్ డస్ నాట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్. ఓకే, ఈవెన్ మీరు బీటెక్ ఐఐటీలో చదివితే అట్లా సింబల్ రాస్తే ఊరుకోరు. You need to write not defined or does not exist. Okay, yes or no? Amma, last bench వాడు రాసినాను. మీకు అక్కడ లైట్లు ఉంటే లైట్ వేసుకోండి. చీకట్లో ఉన్నట్టు అమ్మా, మీ మీద వెలుగు ప్రకాశించని జస్ట్ బీ లైట్ అండ్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. అంటే మీ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్స్ కనపట్టిಲ್ಲ. అక్కడ వాళ్ళదైతే ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ లేకపోతే నాకు సౌండ్ వస్తుంది. అయ్యా నువ్వే నువ్వేమోండి ఏదో సౌండ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి, P equal to 0, limit x tends to 0, 1 by h, sin 1 by h. What it is, Amma? 1 by h is infinity into infinity. That's so not defined. So P equal to 0 is not correct. P equal to 0 is not correct. Any questions? Say P equal to minus 1. I am considering any real number. Minus 1. Okay, P equal to minus 1. Limit h tends to 0. Minus 1 means h power minus 2. 1 by h square. Sin of 1 by h. Is it finite or infinite? It is again infinite. Say yes or no? Yes or no? Next. This is also not correct. Option C. P equal to 1. Limitations to 0. Put 1 here. And what is this? H power 0 into sine 1 by h. H power 0 is 1. This tends to 1 into infinity. Tends to infinity. Not defined. Not defined. Not defined. Say yes or no? Yes or no? Right. Option D. If P equal to an integer greater than 1, let you consider 2. రాయాలి అట్లా చూస్తున్నాను మధ్యాహ్న కాల సమయము 11 గంటలు మాత్రం అయింది తమను అటు ఇటు పడిపోతుంది ఏమ్మా P equal to 2 an integer greater than 1 greater than 1 say P equal to limit h tends to 0 yes please h power 1 2 2 minus 1 1 sine 1 by h this tends to h tends to 0 means 0 into infinity 0 into anything is 0 now 0 is final 0 is finite. Okay. So what is the answer? P is an integer greater than 1. Just write like right hand or left hand. Verify those options. You will get the answer. You will get the answer. Write one more given the gate. We have several questions. We will finish it quickly. Which one have you noted? Everyone have noted up the notes. అందుకే మీకు లైట్ అయ్యి ఉన్నారు ఇప్పుడు స్పష్టంగా కనబడుతున్నారు ఏంటి అటు ఇటు ఇటు అన్నట్టు మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నారు ఏమా రాసారు నెక్స్ట్ విచ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ which one of the following functions is continuous at x equals to 3? Option A, f of x equals to 2 if x3 x minus 1 if x greater than 3 x plus 3 by 3 if x less than 3. Option B, f of x equals to 4 if x equals to 3. 8 minus x if x not equal to 3. Option C, f of x equals to x plus 3 if x less than or equal to 3 x minus 4 if x greater than 3 Option D. F of x equals to 1 by x cube minus 27 if x not equal to 3. Which one of the following functions is 1 అన్నాడు సో ఒకటేంటో వెరిఫై చేయాలి ఓకే start with option A amma left hand element h tends to 0 f of 3 minus h. It's already here. Shortcuts కావాలి అంతా షార్ట్కట్ కావాలి రేపు ఎల్లుండిలో ఇక నెక్స్ట్ క్లాసెస్ రాకుండా ఇక్కడ నేను చెప్తే స్క్రీన్ ముందు కదా ఆ తర్వాత షీట్ ఏమవుతాయి ఎగ్జామ్లో ఆ తర్వాత ఏబిసిడి ఏంటో తెలుసుకోవాలి అంతే కదా దట్ ఈస్ స్టార్ట్ don't want to do the exercise on the concept. అవునా కాదు మనిషి అని ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు ఎవరైనా ఏం చేయాలి పుట్టిన తర్వాత కొంచెం ఎదిగిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళ సస్టైన్ చేయాలి దే హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఎనీ వర్క్ సమ్ వర్క్ ఏ వర్క్ చేయకుండా రిజల్ట్ రావాలంటే యూ వోంట్ గెట్ ఇట్ ఓకే సో కాబట్టి ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం మర్చిపోవద్దు షార్ట్ కట్స్ ఉండవు గేట్లో కానీ ఏ ఎగ్జామ్లో షార్ట్ కట్స్ ఉండవు అంటే త్వరగా రావాలంటే ఎక్కువ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి అర్థమైనా త్వరగా ఉంది అంటే ఎక్కువ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఆడతారు కదా అయ్యా మీరు ఆడతారు వీళ్ళు ఆడరు వీళ్ళు చూస్తారు కామెంట్ చేస్తారు ఇంకా కావాలి అంటే అనాలిసిస్ చేస్తారు వీడేంటి అట్లా ఆడుతున్నాడు కనీసం గౌరవం మర్యాద అంతే కదమ్మా ఏమ్మా ఇక్కడ చూడాలి అవునా సే ఎస్ ఆర్ నో ఎస్ ఎవ్రీబడి నోస్ నేను నో అన్నా కానీ ఎవ్రీబడి నోస్ మనం హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేయాలి హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేయకపోతే యు నెవర్ గెట్ ఇట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద హార్డ్ వర్క్ in the చెప్పారు ఫస్ట్ డెఫినేషన్ ఏంటి x tends to 0 minus or 0 plus. So instead of writing 0 minus, I am writing directly limit x tends to 0 f of 3 minus x. So here this is equals to what now? Limit x tends to 0, 3 minus. X less than 3 means 3 minus. X less than 3 means 3 minus. Check x is what? 3 minus h plus 3 by 3. Whenever x is than 3, that is 3 minus. In corresponding x value, you have to write 3 minus h. I have written. So 3 minus h plus 3. As h tends to 0, put this as 0. 3 plus 3 by 3, what is it? 2. Now this is equals to f of 3. Right? Next, right hand. H tends to 0. F of 3 plus h. Limit h tends to 0. Come on, tell me. Which one to be written? Which one to be written? Come on. Entire board. Tell me quick. This one. X minus 1. 3 plus h minus 1. What is the value? H equals to 0. 3, 1, 2. Equal to f of 3 or not? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Left hand limit equals to right hand limit equals to function value at 3. Okay. So tell me, is it continuous or not?
Yes, sir.
That is the answer. It is continuous at x equals to 3. It is continuous at x equals to 3. What about option B? Even if you want, you can find left hand limit. Limit h tends to 0. F of 3 minus h. Limit h tends to 0. F of 3 minus h. 3 minus means and x not equal to 3. So what it is? 8 minus of 3 minus h. So this is equals to, put h equals to 0. 8 minus 3, what is the value? 5. Not equal to f of 3. Equal or not equal? Not equal to f of 3. F of 3 is actually 2. F of 3 is actually 2. Manhandling is prohibited. Women handling also not prohibited. Strictly prohibited. Women to women also strictly prohibited. ఏమ్మా ఇప్పుడే కొట్టుకున్నారు మనం చెప్పుకొని ఒకసారి మీది ఎంత ఆత్మీయ బంధం సీరియల్స్ బాగా వస్తారా అనురాగ చెల్లెలు ఆత్మీయ బంధం ఇంకా కలవాసి కోడలు కాలేదు స్టేజ్కి రావాలి నెక్స్ట్ మీ ఇంటి పక్కన చెప్పాలి రాసారా say yes or no. Right, next. This is not continuous because left hand limit already exists but not equal to f of 3. What is f of 3? F of 3 is 2. Not equal. What about option C? Actually, this verification is not required. You have got answer. Less than 30 seconds, you have got answer. If you are strong in concept in 1 minute or less than 30 seconds, you can say the answer. Okay? ఆమె అట్లా కమ్యూనికేట్ చేస్తే అర్థం పైపోతాయి వస్తే లోపలికి రమ్మన్నాడు అక్కడ నుండి చూస్తుంది What is this? Limit h tends to 0. F of h. Limit h tends to 0. What is f of 3 minus? 3 minus is this. 3 minus h plus 3. Nothing but 3 plus 3. 6. Not equal to. Equal to. This is f of 3 is 4 kada ikkada. Both are not equal. This is 4. Okay. But for this function it is equal. Equal to f of 3. But what is right? Limit h tends to 0. F of 3 plus h. Limit h tends to 0. F of 3 plus this one. 3 plus h minus 4. So this is minus 1 equal. Left hand limit not equal to right hand. Not continuous. Here also non-continuous. Amma for the last one. Amma. ఎవరికి కొంత ప్రిన్సిపల్ గారు ఇప్పుడే వచ్చి వెళ్ళారు ఎవరిని బయట పడకూడదు ఒక అమ్మాయి వస్తుంది మొత్తం ప్రదక్షిణం చేసుకుంటూ వస్తుంది ఆ మధ్యలో డోర్లో అది అద్దాలు కూడా చెప్తాను ప్రయత్నించి నేను చూసాను అమ్మా పెళ్ళికి వస్తారు 10:30కి వస్తారు ఓకే రైట్ గుడ్ చాలా బిజీ అని చెప్పండి అమ్మా మీరే క్లాసు ఆమె క్లాసు ఫైనల్ ఇయరా ఫస్ట్ ఇయరా మీ చెల్ల నువ్వేంటి ఎట్లా ఉన్నా ఆమె కట్లా ఏమా తినవా She is very smart, but why you are over తినాలి సరేనా ఎస్ ఆర్ నో చెప్పమ్మా నెక్స్ట్ టైం పొంగల్ హాలిడేస్కి వెళ్తావు కదా బాగా పిండి వంటలన్నీ తినేసి అట్లా స్ట్రాంగ్ చూడడానికి ఎంత ధైర్యం అర్థాన్ని చూసింది నేను గమనించకపోతే ఒక తరం అన్నట్టాను మొత్తం నువ్వేమో కాదు What is this? What is this? Here, function value x3 is not at all defined. How you can say that it is continuous? అసలు ఫంక్షన్ వాల్యూనే ఎక్కడ లేదు వాల్యూ లేనప్పుడు కంటిన్యూస్ అనేది చెప్తాం you cannot say right here clearly f of 3 is not defined f of 3 is not defined f of 3 is not defined so the function is not continuous at x equals to 3. Not continuous at x equals to 3. Okay. Next we need to discuss some of the problems related with the L-Hospital right now or indeterminate limits. Indeterminate limits. Indeterminate limits. Indeterminate limits. Indeterminate limits. If limit extends to a f of x by g of x is of the form 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity or infinity power infinity so on. Infinity power infinity so on. On substituting x equals to a in both numerator and denominator. Both numerator and denominator. On substituting x equals to a in both numerator and denominator, then we call it as an indeterminate limit. An indeterminate limit. Indeterminate limit. And this is equals to limit extends to a f dash of x by g dash of x or f dash of g dash of a provided g dash of a not equal to 0. G dash of a not equal to 0. Okay. Say yes or no? If g dash of a also 0, if g of a equals to g dash of a equal to 0 and g double dash of a not equal to 0. then this value is equal to f double dash of A by C double dash of A. Okay. If this one also 0, if G of A equals G dash of A equals G double dash of A equal to 0 and C triple dash of A not equal to 0, then this is equal to, what is it? This one. And this is equal to F triple dash of A by C triple dash of A. C triple dash of A. And so on till we get finite value. And so on till we get finite value. Till we get finite value. Okay. And this is known as L Hospital's rule. L Hospital's rule. L Hospital's rule. Okay. If you are having 0 by 0, infinity by infinity and so on, those are known as indeterminate forms, undefined forms. For such undefined limits, we are going to find values in this manner. Okay? Let me write some simple ones which were given in the game. Okay? Try now. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x. What is the value? What is the value? Sin 0 is 0. You need to know the trigonometric values. You need to know differentiation formulas. And moreover, integration, some of the integration also I'll tell you whenever they are required. What is the derivative of x? Sin 0 is 0 and x is 0, it is in the form of so it is an indeterminate limit. So how to get the value? Limit x tends to 0, derivative of sin x. Amount of x, derivative of x, 1. Okay? So here, d by dx of sin x, cos x, d by dx of x, 1. So this is equals to what now? Cos 0. Nothing but 1. This was given in the gate. Seriously, I am saying. Okay, right next. Limit x tends to 0. 1 minus cos x by x square. 1 minus cos x by x square. What is cos 0? 1. So this is 1 minus 1 by 0. 0 by 0 form. Again, indeterminate form. Again, indeterminate form. Okay, so what you can say? Limit x tends to 0. What is the derivative of 1? సార్ రమ్మల్లా బ్యాక్ పెట్టేళ్ళి అని చూడని అన్నాడు ఎస్ ఆర్ నో నువ్వే చెప్పాలి. నువ్వు పెద్ద మాట్లాడచ్చు, వేరే పక్కన నువ్వు వెళ్ళిపో. అట్లా అదే చెప్పాడు, చూసా చక్కగా చెప్పింది. సో వాట్ ఈ డెరివేటివ్ ఆఫ్ 0, derivative of x minus sin x, derivative of x square 2x, here d by dx is cos x minus sin x, d by dx of x square 2x. ఇది అనుసరించలేదు, కానీ మీరు గత 4 దశాబ్దాలు శతాబ్దాల క్రితం చదివాడు కాబట్టి చెప్తున్నాను. అంటే సుమారు 400 ఏళ్ల క్రితం చదివారు, అవునా? ఎస్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎన్నేళ్ళు మీకు? 595 ఏళ్ళు. అంటే నువ్వు ఇంకెన్నేళ్ళు పెళ్లి చేసుకుంటావు? సుమారు 700 ఏళ్ళ తర్వాత చేసుకుంటావు. ఎస్ యు ఆర్ వెరీ కాన్ఫిడెంట్, రైట్? నౌ అగైన్ sin 0 x 0 again in the form. What you can do? Limit x tends to 0. Derivative says cos x. Derivative of 2x is 2. And 0 is 1. Why? What is it? Right. That was also given in the previous. Right, one more. Have you noted up? Note. That's mine. Then mathematics jokes చెప్పేందుకు రాసాయంటే మీరు చక్కగా ఎంజాయ్ చేస్తారు. రాస్తా ఉండాలి. ఎంత ఫాస్ట్ గా చేస్తే అంత మంచిది. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ కూర్చొని 4 ఏళ్ళు టెస్ట్ మ్యాచ్ లాగా 4 years నేర్చుకో, అది ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ అనుకున్నారు పాపం, మీకు లేని అవకాశం. మీకు ఓన్లీ 2 months, maximum 2 months. అంటే ఏమన్నా 2 for 2020 అంటే వచ్చిన బాగా చెప్పిందల్లా ప్రతి సెకండ్ ఇస్తామని ఉంటాడు. అర్థమైందా? అంటే లేదు నేను నెమ్మదిగా రాస్తాను, ఇందులో అర్థాలు పక్కనే దొరుకుతూ చూస్తా ఉంటాం, ఇవన్నీ కుదరవు. అయిపోయిందా? నెక్స్ట్ లిమిట్ x tends to 0 e power x minus 1 minus x square by x cube by x cube. In the first problem, we did derivative for one time. Second problem, x square. Did the differentiation for 2 times. Here, x cube. Need to do the differentiation for 3 times. Instead of doing that, as we have exponential function, write x expansion. You will get the answer in 1 minute. Limit x tends to 0. What is e power x? 1 plus x by 1 factorial, x squared by 2 factorial, x cubed by 3 factorial, x power 4 by 4 factorial, plus 1 minus 1 minus x minus x squared. Whole divided by minus x squared by 2. Please write that one. Minus x squared. Whole divided by x cube. Okay. Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. This is e power x expansion. This is nothing but e power x expansion. All these expansions are required. In mean value theorems, I will explain. After finishing one or two more problems in this, we will discuss mean value theorem. In that, we need to know the expansion of e power x directly asked once in the gate. The expansion of e power x on Maclaurin series expansion of e power x on Taylor series expansion of e power x. Maclaurin series or Taylor series of e power x is nothing but that. Okay? So you need to know that 1x x squared by 2 gets cancelled. We have got x cube. Common in the numerator. Limit x tends to 0. X cube can be taken common. 1 by 3 factorial plus x by 4 factorial. All divided by x cube. X cube gets cancelled. 0, what you are getting now? If you put x equals to 0, this will be x. The next one is x squared, x cube. All will become zeros. Only x is 3 factorial. Nothing but 1 by 6. Nothing but 1 by 6. One by 6. Clear? Instead of doing L'Hospital's rule 3 times, just by writing the expansion 1 time, you have got this. Write one more simple one, but it has some functions. Limit x tends to 0. Please write e power x sin x minus x squared by x squared plus x into log of 1 minus x to the base 2. Many functions. Now if we do the differentiation, actually putting x equals to 0, 0, 0, 0. 0 into 0 into something, 0 plus 0 into something, 0. It is in the form of 0 by 0. Indeterminate form. Okay? If you apply L'Hospital's rule, differentiation of e power x sin x. E power x, derivative of sin x, plus sin x, derivative of e power x. You are getting extension, enhancement of the trigonometric functions, exponential functions. Okay? Normally, when doing differentiation, the nature of the function or the number of functions must be decreased. Instead of that, what you are getting is the functions are increasing. Here the denominator also. X into log of 1 minus x, derivative of log of 1 minus x. 1 by 1 is x, and so on. It takes time. Here instead of applying L'Hospital's rule, right now expansions, with it that over something is distracting. And even waiting for something. Wait for 3 or 4 more years. Don't be hurried. Emma, correct enough? Correct enough? But do this problem immediately. Write the expansions. Equals sin x. Limit x tends to 0. E power x expansion. 1 plus x by 1 factorial X square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial plus 1 into sin x. What is sin x? X minus x cube by 3 factorial x power 5 by 5 factorial minus 1 minus x square all divided by x square plus x into what is log of x? Log of 1 minus x. Minus x square by 2 minus x cube by 3 minus 1. I am saying about the expansion. We will write all those expansions by the end of this morning session itself. Okay, if it is possible. Yes, 1 into x minus x gets cancelled. Okay, x into x square minus x square gets cancelled. This with this and this gets cancelled. Okay now? So this is equals to limit x tends to 0. Come on, what you are getting in the numerator? Minus x cube by 3 factorial into 1. Minus x cube by 3 factorial. X square by 3 factorial into x. Plus x cube by 2 factorial